So I started at Homes in 2002. In the last 18 years we've built over 100 properties in London, Gloucestershire and Kent. Our focus originally was mainly on residential in Gloucestershire. We expanded our activities to London in the southeast, and in the last couple of years we've shifted our focus more to commercial, with a particular focus on the apart hotel sector. The apart hotel sector is particularly interesting because it's very fast growing. So unlike in America and Asia, which have quite a high level of penetration of apart hotels, Europe and the UK in particular have a very low penetration. So there are a lot of apart hotel operators out there who are growing very quickly, who are looking for sites, and that creates an opportunity for developers like us. So the evolution of co-living as a kind of evolution of student accommodation is really interesting. And so what I think we're starting to see is an evolution of different models which offer different stay lengths. You could call it living as a service. So those models have different services associated with them. In co-living you might have expansive communal facilities. You might have a short-term car hire service, like a zip cars type thing associated with it. You might have a cinema. So it's more about the living experience, and you might also have a concierge or a laundry service. It's about making living easier for people. Those models are evolving in the hotel sector, very short stay, apart hotel, slightly longer stay, into co-living, slightly longer stay again, and then into the build to rent and the private ownership sector. So while those represent planning classes, what we're really seeing is they're evolving into a spectrum of different services across those different stay lengths, and that's creating new models, which is very interesting. I don't think it can, to be frank. The planning system will always evolve behind the market, and I do think that there's going to be a lot of thought required by planners about the way in which our urban environment is evolving. The internet is in the process of significantly re-engineering the high street. Retail operators have had a very hard time, and it's only really just the beginning. And I think we're going to see an evolution of the way that people live, with a particular focus on city centres. Retail will have to reinvent itself and significantly downsize in order to cope with that.